What's goody? Hey man, so the Clippers game isn't over yet. There's still a couple minutes left in that game, but I stopped watching it right after halftime. It was very clear who the winner of that game was. The Clippers are now up by 30 points. It was very obvious. So let's go ahead and let's talk about this Thunder game. First of all, I hope Ja Morant is okay. You could tell it was very obvious that the tides of that game changed once Ja Morant went out. I think they showed the stat like right at the end of the game. The Grizzlies were a minus 32 after Ja Morant got injured, and that's just insane. That's nasty work. And yeah, I hope Ja Morant's okay. I'm not gonna talk about the Lou Dort thing because I don't. It looked like he slipped, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for right now because the way that he is about to get an evisceration in a second, it'll make up for the fact that I'm going to let him slide on that injury thing. I'm going to give out props before I start hating. Good game from J-Dub. Scottie Pippen Jr. just had the best game of his career. Unfortunately for him, the Grizzlies couldn't do a damn thing with it. Thunder, dominant third quarter, dominant second half. Chet, great second half, was pivotal in the third quarter. Caruso in the fourth quarter, in the last 3 to 4 minutes, was easily the Thunder's MVP. That man was making every single defensive play you could ever ask him to make. Once that foul got overturned, that foul on that screen or whatever, once that got overturned, Caruso absolutely took over this game. You could tell it pissed him off that they even called that call in the first place. And then as soon as he got back on the court, the man was absolutely frying out there defensively, okay? All right. That's all the props I want to give out for that game. So now let's go ahead and get into the eviscerations. Luguentz Dort. You tried your absolute best to go out there and sell that game. You're telling me you get fouled, you get gifted that. And on Zach Edey, and Zach Edey's gonna get a segment of his own here in a second. You get gifted that call because Zach Edey is absolutely terrible at basketball and does not understand that he is 7 foot fucking 4. And there are multiple times in a game, every single game, that Zach Edey looks like he forgets. Oh yeah, I'm the tallest guy not just on the court, in the arena, in the city, probably within a 300-mile radius, and he still just does stupid things every single day. You were going to win that jump ball, and you went out there and you fouled Lou Dort. That's enough on Zach Edey because I never thought he was good. I'm sorry, Zach Edey, you made the all rookie team for me, but coming out of college, I was a hater of yours because you beat Penn State. And I think you beat Penn State 2 years ago in March Madness based off of being a free throw merchant. And I don't care what anyone says. And I've been a hater of yours ever since, but I've started to recognize that, hey, man, you had a great year last year in college basketball, and I started to be like, okay, let me just stop hating. Let's look at the young man's career. Let's give him a chance. No, fuck all that. Fuck it all. You went out there and you fouled that man on that jump ball. You are 7'4". Lou Dort is a full foot shorter than you, and you decided to smack him with your forearm in the face on the jump ball. Yeah. Anyways, Lou Dort, you get to the free throw line, up 3 points, up three. There's about 40 seconds left in the game, 38 seconds, something around there left in the game. You get to the free throw line, up three. All you got to do, you make one of them, you make it a 2-possession game. Lord have mercy, help me. You go out there and you miss both of them. You finish this game with 2 points. You didn't hit a three. Your only 2 points came on a layup. God help me. Help me. And let me tell you, I didn't even start watching this game until there was 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And what I saw from Lou Dort in just that small amount of time made me mad enough to just give him an evisceration for the whole game. All right. That's enough of that. Desmond Bane. With a few minutes left in this game, I watched Desmond Bane chuck up a random logo three, and when I tell you, in case you are wondering, he did not make that hoe. That went on to lead me to check because I was checking this game. Periodically, I was checking the box score while I was watching Nuggets Clippers for the first half, and I was checking the box score, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing Scottie Pippen Jr. go out there and have the game of his career. Props to him, scoring 25, 23, something like that points in the first half. Props to him. I'm seeing Jaren Jackson Jr. have a solid game. Before Ja Morant gets hurt, he's having a solid game. But I wasn't paying too much attention to Desmond Bane because there was other things that I was focused on. And then after Desmond Bane chucked up that three, I go and I look at the box score and I saw that at the time Desmond Bane was 3 for 13. That man had less points in 40 minutes of basketball than Ja Morant had in 15. And he took more shots. And then and you weren't gonna win the game at this point anyway. You were already down 5 because Caruso stole the ball, and I don't remember if he stole the ball from you. I don't think he did, but Caruso steals the ball, gets a fast break dunk. Now you're down by 5. But then out of a timeout, I believe it was a timeout, Desmond Bane gets the ball, shoots a 3, and misses that hoe, and the whole group chat is going off talking about how Desmond Bane is ass. And I just don't get how in so many of these games, Desmond Bane has played so well in the first 2 games, or at least the last game. Desmond Bane had a good game. I watched him play pretty well against the Warriors in the play-in. And then when Ja Morant gets hurt, and Scottie Pippen's out there doing all he can to keep y'all afloat, you go out here and you score 10 points, Desmond Bane. I don't even know if it was 10, but last time I checked, it was 10. And let me just go check again. I'll go check again. But that man scored 10 points. Let me look. Let me just go ahead and look and make sure. Desmond Bane, 10 points. 10 points. Santi Aldama. In just the last couple of minutes of basketball, I watched you brick, and I'm talking about absolutely brick, air ball, clank off the backboard. I'm talking about bad. Like, to the point where if it was me out there, that's what it would look like if I went onto an NBA court and started shooting. And you did that with two or three three-point shots in the most clutch moments of the game. I'm talking about them hoes didn't even sniff the rim. Like, everybody in the arena should have ducked. Because you were out there just throwing up bricks. And if somebody would have got hit in the head with one of those, they would have died. What? 1 second. I don't even remember where I was. I had to get the dog water because he's barking, not letting him wake up my girlfriend because then she's going to kill me and I don't want to die today. Anyways, Santi Aldama, you're trash. That's enough of that game. Clippers Nuggets. When I tell you that in the first quarter and the first half, I was having an absolute ball watching this game. Now, the Clippers, I'm telling you, bro, I've never seen the Clippers play better offensively than they played tonight. Now, again, I didn't watch a minute of the second half. Not 1 minute because I didn't need to. But in the first half, the only note that I have for the Denver Nuggets on a positive note, Aaron Gordon was absolutely frying earlier. I'm talking about early in the game. I'm talking about the man started off 4 for 4. He had 11 of their first 20 points or something. And then from there, all of my notes go to the Clippers because James Harden cooking. I'm talking about that man went on, especially in that second quarter right before half. You would have thought it was 2018. That man couldn't miss. James Harden was absolutely frying. He ended up with not even being their leading scorer. It was like Kawhi with 21 points because he didn't have to do anything in the second quarter. The Clippers could not miss a 3. When I was watching, they were shooting over 60% from 3. Let's see what that number ended up being. They finished this game, okay, it was 46.2%. But when I was watching, dog, it was 60. And they hit 18 of 39. The Nuggets hit 7 of 26. They damn near hit as many as the Nuggets attempted. That I'm telling you, I have never seen the Clippers play better offensively than I saw in that first half tonight. Their run in the first quarter was magical, and then from there, it was straight up Clippers. It was straight up Clippers offense. They were unstoppable. You had Derrick Jones Jr. out there making threes. When I was watching, Nick Batum was 3 for 3 from 3. James Harden was cooking up. I'm talking about tween bump. Like I'm like, that man was not missing. He was out there flying. Congrats to the Clippers for going up 2-1. You're making me look really good for picking you to win that series. They do a good job at defending Jokic. They did that today as well. Let me see if anybody needs to get an evisceration before Michael Porter Jr. 2 for 9. I'm going to leave it alone. Aaron Gordon ended up being 6 for 16, so you started off the game 4 for 4 and they ended up with less points than field goal attempts. Peyton Watson, 18 minutes, scored 2 points. That's enough. Christian Brown, 38 minutes for 9 points. I'm gonna breeze past that. The Nuggets scored 83 points in an NBA game in the playoffs. You fired Mike Malone so you could go out there and score 83 points and lose by damn near 40. Knicks Pistons. I watched pretty much this entire game. OG and Cat played very well in the first half to pick up Brunson's slack because Brunson did not have his best first half. He didn't even end up having his best game, I don't believe. It wasn't his best game. He ended up with 30. So I guess in that second half he was better than I thought he was, but no, he wasn't. He was 9 for 20 and 1 for 7 from 3. He hit 11 free throws. That's what happened. Okay, because I was like, I don't remember this man scoring enough to get to 30. It was free throws. All right, cool. That's not like a hate thing. That's just like I don't remember that, and then I look at the box score and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it was. I just don't remember that. Okay, um, man, the Pistons had chances in this game, dude. Like I'm telling you, let me get back to my notes. I'll talk about that in a second. You could tell that Cat getting the ball more, especially in the first half, was a point of emphasis for the Knicks. After I think the broadcast said he had like, if not his career low, it was his season low in touches in game two. Like you could tell that getting him the ball more was like literally a point of emphasis. That's not like the only reason he finished as their leading scorer. Like he was just on a burner. And a part of that might have been that Isaiah Stewart was out and didn't play. But at the same time, he was just on a burner. They got him the ball more. Good for Cat. Tim Hardaway Jr. is one of the most confusing players in the league because I tuned into the game. I tuned in like midway through the first quarter because I was busy. I was working and stuff like that. And then I tuned in midway through the first quarter and I see that Tim Hardaway Jr. is on an absolute burner. He's their leading scorer. Me and my homeboy Jalen, we were talking about his hate list earlier and Tim Hardaway Jr. was on it. He immediately texted in the group chat, hey, Tim Hardaway Jr. trying to play his way off my hate list. And I said, oh, trust me, by the end of the next game, he'll be back in there. It didn't even take till then because the man started out perfect from three, was like 5 of 5 or 6 of 6, something like that, and then he missed 5 straight threes. And I'm talking about like some of these were in the fourth quarter when they needed some offense. I'm talking about just couldn't hit one. And that's what I mean with Tim Hardaway Jr., bro. Like, you're going to get times where Tim Hardaway Jr. looks like prime Klay Thompson. And you're going to get times where Tim Hardaway Jr. looks like the worst shooter in the league, looks like Santi Aldama out there where you need to duck every single time he shoots up the three. It doesn't make sense at all. Dennis Schroeder played pretty well. There was not a single Pistons player, but Dennis Schroeder and Tim Hardaway Jr. and just a smidgen of Cade Cunningham who did anything offensively in the first half, which is why after being up for a decent amount of the first half, they went into halftime down. And then just before halftime, like I said, dude, the Knicks went on a crazy one, but then, hey, right after halftime, Detroit was great to start the third. And then it was just like the Knicks were the better team in the clutch. The Knicks were the more poised team. They were the better team in the clutch. Cade didn't have his best game. Bridges had a pretty good game. Brunson had a good fourth quarter, which, you know, he shows you why he's the clutch player of the year. While I was hating because he went like 9 of 20, but like he had a good fourth quarter. Like undeniably, the man had a good fourth quarter. There's nothing you can say about that. And the Pistons, dude, they had chances, man. They had chances to win this game, and it's just like one of those things where they're just not ready yet. And I'm not mad at them for not being ready yet, but it's just like when New York's bench players, if you include Josh Hart and then the 3 guys that got 9+ minutes from New York's bench, you get 15 points. That means four players for the Knicks combined for 103 points tonight. 4 of them. Malik Beasley, man, oh man. You were talking trash when the Pistons were winning. You were talking trash during the whole regular season. And then you come out here when the Pistons need you the most and you play like, guess what? Trash. 12 points on 14 shots. You went 2 for 10. You shot 4 days before Valentine's Day, February 10th from 3. You went out there and shot a date that we just passed, April 14th. That might have been the same day we had my baby shower. That's the date that you shot today. And don't get me wrong, Cade Cunningham didn't have his best game. He shot a week before Halloween. He shot 10 of 25. But I get it from Cade because Cade is their whole game plan. Cade is the guy that they're completely game planning for, and it's whatever. Cade also isn't talking the level of trash that you're talking. But it's just like, dog, when you led the league in 3-point makes this season, and you go out here in the playoffs when your team is down by 2 points and they need you the absolute most, and in 23 minutes, you hit 2 threes out of 10. Dennis Schroeder played more minutes than you because that man was absolutely hooping. Tim Hardaway Jr., even though you missed like your last 5 straight threes after starting like 7 for 7, you had a good game. Jalen Duren, good game. Tobias Harris. Man, oh man. A Tobias Harris night like tonight makes it so much harder that the Pistons didn't win game 1 because that was a masterful Tobias Harris performance. And that's a game you need to win because in a game where it's a really, really close game and you could use some help, Tobias Harris does this. Goes out there and goes 2 for 9 and puts up 5 points. Hey man, I'm excited for the games tomorrow. I hope Jimmy Butler gets well because we did not like things about his injury report is like there are severe questions about whether he'll be able to play Saturday. I hope John Morant is okay. Is there anybody else? Shador Sanders not getting picked in the first round, but Jackson Dart going in the first round is racism. I don't care what anybody says. That does not make sense. There was only one logical explanation. There's two. The Giants are a piss poor organization and racism. I don't. That's it. Is there anything else I want to say? No. All glory to God. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. This was a little bit more of a negative video than I really wanted to be, but it's just like there was a lot of players tonight that I was watching them play basketball, and it was just like you need an evisceration. There was an evisceration needed. So yeah, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I have some things that I want to say about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but I'm going to lay off for now because his team picked up the win after being down by 29 points, and he did finish with 31 points or something like that. So I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but let me just put it to you like this: I'm not moved by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Let me put it to you like that. All right, in the playoffs, I am not moved by him in the playoffs. Because in the clutch, when Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should have been prime and keen to take over, and that should have been his moment, Chet Holmgren and Alex Caruso both look like better players than him. I was watching Shai Gilgeous-Alexander sit there and set screens on the top, not right a little bit past the nail, like a foot past the nail for J-Dub, while J-Dub just goes up there and chucks up a terrible shot with a second left on the shot clock, and that was the whole possession because Shai just sat there and didn't do anything. In the clutch, you'll never see Steph Curry doing that. You'd never see Kobe. You'd never see Jokic. You'd never see LeBron. You'd never see Giannis. You'd never see these guys doing that. I'm going to be nice. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Like I said, all glory to God. Let me know what y'all thought about tonight's games. I'm excited for tomorrow, another night of basketball. I'm excited for a weekend of basketball. Man, oh man. Sorry for it being a more negative video than normal. Well, no, it wasn't really more. Yeah, it was more negative than normal. Yeah. Goodbye. Just goodbye.